Now to the swoosh against the stripes, a bitter legal fight between athletic shoe giants Nike and Adidas. Earlier this year, in a bid to dominate the sneaker market, Adidas poached 3 of Nike's top designers, and that's when things got ugly, with Nike filing a $10 million lawsuit against the designers.
Here with more is CBS News legal analyst Rikki Klieman. Rikki, good morning.
Good morning.
This is a good one. This is interesting.
We all love this case.
Well, so these 3 designers, these were not small designers. One for soccer, one for the LeBron and Kobe shoes, and one for Nike running. You've read the complaint. According to Nike, how did Adidas first approach the 3 men?
Well, what you have to understand is these 3 men were groomed by Nike for a number of years. These guys are at the top of their game. And so one of the questions, I think, for these 3 young men was, have we served our purpose here at Nike? Now it's time to go out on our own. However, they couldn't afford to go out on their own. And according to the complaint, this doesn't necessarily mean this is the truth. This is the complaint filed by Nike. According to the complaint, they decide they want to go out on their own, but because they need the money, they then buy these Twitter followers, buy these social media followers, get a lot of buzz. And so at some point, Adidas gets together with them, and very smart, the guy that they're really after, Djokovic goes into a long negotiation, according to Nike, with Adidas for lots and lots of money. But he's conscious that he has a non-compete agreement. So what is a non-compete agreement? You and I have seen them. Lots of businesses have them.
You can't work for the other guy.
You can't work for the other guy for a while.
Right.
So in this case, the non-compete was very enforceable. It's 1 year. They could have just been quiet for a year, and then they could have gone off and worked. So there is no doubt that by the complaint dates and by the emails and texts that Nike has recovered, there was a lot of negotiating going on by these 3 young men, but particularly Mr. Djokovic, according to Nike, with Adidas, while they appear to be very loyal Nike employees.
Right. Basically, Nike is saying that these 3 guys took their intellectual property with them.
Maybe. That's what Nike says. We're looking at really 2 things here, Anthony. Well, I guess 3 things. Number 1, they had a non-compete. Number 2, that they had information in their laptops, in their mobile devices, that they took out of Nike, and Nike wants those back. But third, which is the important one, did they take trade secrets?
Right.
If they took trade secrets, that's where the money is.
Let me ask you this real quick. Very often in these cases, they're not so much about intellectual property, really. They're about discouraging people from leaving and going to the other guy and punishing them if they do. Is that part of this?
Well, of course it's part of this, because one of the things that Nike says is it doesn't want to lose its market share to Adidas. These 3 guys are worth a lot. So is it really just simply sour grapes on Nike's part, saying, hey, look, we raised you, we groomed you, how dare you be so ungrateful to leave? Or is it power in the free market, where after a period of time, creators, these guys are creators, they're innovators, that these guys say, we've done enough. Now we really want to build it out on our own, or perhaps we want to go to the stripes. We want to build out Adidas.
When I look at just the numbers, though, I think, okay, you went $10 million after these 3 guys. Why not just go after Adidas? It seems like you could sue for a lot more money.
Well, I think that ultimately, of course, the amount of money is going to be what is proven up at trial, which could be far greater. What Nike really wants here is not money. Nike wants to stop these guys from working for Adidas. They're angry with the 3 guys much more than if there was alleged poaching by Adidas. It's a fascinating case. And remember this, if you go like I go across town on 57th Street, when Nike comes out with a new shoe, I go all the way back to Air Jordans.
Right.
You watch that line, that's like looking for an iPhone 6. I mean, they really have a reason to stop these guys and stop other guys and women from doing this in the future. This has deterrent value for Nike.
Who knew we'd be talking about a shoe fight and there's no women involved? Rikki Klieman.
There is women's running, Vinny. Women's running.
Rikki Klieman, thank you so much.